Hello, fellow club members. I'm Bob Donaldson with Tony Cummins today, and we're going to take a look at his 37 Plymouth, and he's going to tell us some things about the car. Where did you get this?
Actually, I found it on Facebook.
Okay.
On the marketplace.
All right. Okay.
We were looking for projects to do, and I found quite a few of them, but the wife never did like any of them.
Okay.
But she saw this one and she liked it. She said, "Go get it." So,
okay.
So I had it by the next morning. I had it home already.
Good. All right. All right. Tell me some details about it now. You have this particular look or paint job, or lack of paint job, I suppose, is the way you're going to keep the car.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, we'd considered painting it. We took it to a few of the coffee and cars and went, got people's opinions, and it wound up being overwhelmingly, everyone kept saying, "Don't paint it, don't paint it."
Okay.
And so we decided not to. Once I got it cleaned up, it really did. It looked quite a bit different than what it did when I first got it.
Okay. All right.
So I've done nothing to it but clean it up and put a sealer on it. That's all Mother Nature's work right there.
Okay. You've had it for how long?
About 3 years.
About 3 years. Okay. Was this a local car? Was it Oklahoma City?
Yeah, it was out in Mustang.
It's in Mustang. Okay. All right.
And the tag that was on it was from 1967 from Oklahoma.
Okay.
So it's been here most of its life.
Okay. All right. Now, when you started working on this, you had planned to put the engine in this thing that you have in it now, or you have, tell me about some things about the performance of the car.
Well, I had planned on putting a new engine and everything. I didn't want to go back with the original because it was only like 80 horsepower and top speed was about 45 mile an hour. So I'd originally done that, but I actually got I got it running for a year on the old flathead.
Okay.
We drove it around for the first summer with the old motor in it. It was tired, but it was running. And while it was doing that, I was collecting parts to do some changes.
Well, apparently the car didn't sit long enough for the engine to become seized or something else, and luckily you were able to get the old engine going and all.
I wasn't expecting to.
Okay.
I got it home and started playing with it, and it was turning over, and I just thought, well, we'll give it a shot. Rebuilt the carburetor and did some things, and we did finally get it running.
Okay. All right. Now the wheels that you have on this are those American?
American Racing.
Okay. All right. And the tires,
Firestone.
Firestone radials. Yep. Okay. All right. Now, you've had this car. How far out have you gone with this? Have you taken long trips with it, or?
Yeah, we've taken fairly long. We've been all the way out to Shawnee and out toward. I can't remember. We did Ada. We went to Ada with it.
Okay.
We haven't gone much farther than that, but we did the 200-mile cruise last year in it.
Okay.
And I mean, we've never had a problem with it. It runs real good.
All right, Tony, tell me about the headlights here.
Well, the headlight,
these are not the original headlights.
These are the only body parts that are not original to it. They were rusted all the way up to the middle part there. There was just nothing left of them.
Okay.
So I found these online, kind of tried to paint them to kind of match the vehicle.
Okay.
I used that hammered paint where it has the pits and everything in it.
Sure.
And then got all new headlights, and actually these didn't come with turn signals, so the new headlights I got have the turn signals in the bottom.
Oh, how about that?
That way I didn't have to mount another light on here that wasn't original.
Okay. Now, are these quartz halogen? Is that what they are? Or
yes.
Okay. Okay.
They'll change out just like a regular headlight.
Okay. All right. And so the lenses are plastic, glass?
They're glass.
They're glass.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Very good. Okay. Tony, tell me a little bit about the engine now.
Well, the engine actually came out of a 79 model Winnebago. I was looking online trying to find out. I originally wanted a 340 for it, but I found that online it was a 360. The guy was trying to build him a house out on Lake Oolaga, and they were living in this motor home, and he was needing more money to put into the house, so he sold the motor out of it. So I went out there and helped him pull it, and it only had 25,000 miles on it.
Okay.
But
now, the horsepower of this is what?
It's probably around the 3 to 350 range.
Okay.
I didn't rebuild the bottom end of it because it was so low mileage, but being 79, it's not a high compression motor.
Okay.
But the cam I put in it was special made for low compression motors, so it's supposed to boost up the horsepower quite a bit. So I'm estimating it somewhere around 3 to 350.
Okay. Looks like you have power brakes on it.
No, those are actually manual brakes,
Manual
but
brakes, okay.
I had to add the clutch assembly for it because I did pedals on the wall instead of the original ones on the floor.
Okay.
So I've added the clutch reservoir, and it's got it's got disc brakes up front, drum brakes in the back. They're manual, but they work real well.
And cubic inch wise, it is what?
It's a 360
It's a
Dodge.
360? Okay, all
I've
right,
kept everything in this Mopar, all from front to back.
okay,
Every component, the transmission come out of a Dodge truck, the rear end come out of a Jeep, the motor is a Dodge motor. So I've made a good point. It's actually a tribute, because
Okay.
1937 was the year the Mopar brand was actually brought out.
okay.
So I've kind of made it like a tribute to all the Mopars. So I kept everything Mopar as far as I could.
Now, your rear axle ratio is what?
It's a 355.
Okay, okay,
So it's low enough to really get going pretty good, but it's good enough to get on the highway with.
yeah, it's not going to eat up your gasoline
No,
either, so
it actually gets pretty good gas mileage. I
Good.
haven't really checked it, but
that's good.
I can go quite a ways on the tank.
Well, good, okay, all right. Well, Tony, thank you so much for letting us come out and see the car and telling us about some of the items and the engine components and transmission, dash, anyway. And I suppose we'll look forward to seeing you on this cruise that is this next Saturday,
Yes.
I think June 13th, and we'll look forward to doing that. So,
My pleasure. I try to show off any chance I get.
right, okay. Thank you so much again.
right.
Okay.